Right, let's dig into this dollar analysis then. Let's see what we got. Morning, Sam. How are you? Yeah, I'm good, Ty. I'm just about to clear our charts and just get everything nice and tidy. What do I want to clear off then? Oh, excuse me. Right. Let's get rid of that. And let's get rid of that. Okay. Right, let's have a look what we got. So we've taken out the monthly high on DXY, which is interesting. It looks like we're pulling back into this imbalance on the monthly. Let's see. Excuse me. Right, let's see what we got in here then. Got monthly level down there. And we've taken out the monthly here. And of course we've got a new monthly up there. Right, weekly time frame. Okay, nice big bullish week. Which is good. Good for us. So we now officially confirmed long, effectively. You know, we've taken out all of this liquidity to the left. We have multiple structures in line with our trading, and it's just a case of we just follow it now. Excuse me. Not saying we won't turn bearish again. I think kind of higher time frame, that's probably right. But right now, if you look at this chart, we've got a clear bullish candle. So, you know, the assumption is that we'll continue bullish for the time being. In terms of where we are on the weekly, we've taken out a lot of weekly liquidity, as you can see, like loads and loads and loads. Let's just mark on the most recent sweep, which is there. And then let's just mark out the next couple of weekly highs as well. Weekly high there, weekly high here. And we've got a weekly high here. Okay, cool. So those are kind of some loose targets for this week, if we continue pushing bullish, of course. On the 4 hour, we've got a nice confirmed range. And we are, of course, pretty high at the moment. So I'd have somewhat of an expectation that we're going to have some sort of pullback. Especially when we're at a weekly level. Are we nervous on a Monday about buying from here? You know, if we were on a Wednesday or a Thursday, then I could definitely justify it. But right now, I think it makes sense to have a bit of a pullback and come down into some of this discounted area. Come down in some of this discounted area. We've got an inefficient range as well, so we don't really want to be buying out of inefficiency if we can avoid it. So that'll be our EPA level. So the ideal scenario on here would be to have a pullback somewhere around here, and then obviously we can go long again. 15-minute time frame is bullish right now. So I'd need some bearish confirmation before I can get in on a trade. But right now, with all of this imbalance in here, I would be nervous about taking any longs. You can just see how inefficient this section of price is right now. price needs to rebalance itself down to at least here before then we can push higher. And I'm not sure, unless we get a nice clear setup on the lower time frame, I'm not sure about selling into this just yet. So we could have a sweep, we could have another sweep, and then we need some structure like that. So I could take a trade like that for sure. Got kind of a false breaker structure. Got a trap up here as well. So that could be a good area to look to take a short from. If you were buying right now, you're probably limited by that high anyway. I very much doubt when price is so inefficient right now that it's just going to keep carrying on without us. It can happen, but it is unlikely. It is unlikely. So we just have to kind of wait and see. That one was a trap, so we know where we've got a bit of a target. We have also got the classic news trap down here as well, the NFP news trap as well. So, you know, price could very easily come down here, take out that noise, and then shoot back up. So that's a really common and possible scenario. Doesn't look like we're going to get anything on the DXY today though, just from positioning. Unless we do reach some heights. Unless we do reach some higher highs here, and then possibly we can get a setup from here. But who knows? Who knows? Let's draw on our weekly open. And then we've got an area sensitivity down here if we can get down here as well. So we've got a couple of weekly opens down here, which could be a good area for price to come back to. You know, ultimately we could if we have a look at kind of daily range, we could now be setting up to go short. Ultimately, this could just be, you know, a big complex pullback, tagging into this order block up here. Then pull back potentially, so we might get one last push up and then a pull back down. Let's just have a look at where our liquidity is right now. Okay, so big pockets of liquidity in here, big pockets of liquidity in here. Not going to be too much above. People that would have been there and there are likely to have moved up now. People that would have been there and there. Yeah, so our pockets are around here. This is where our pockets of liquidity are going to be. Now, ultimately, you're going to a little bit under here, but the big pockets of liquidity down here. So that's where price will need to come down to next. And in terms of kind of trendline liquidity as well, it's a little bit steep to be fair. Yeah, so I think it's going to be around here. That's where the big pockets of liquidity are going to be. So that daily level there, that's going to be really attractive for price. And then of course we've got the daily level above. So those two are my key zones right now. Let's keep an eye on those. Let's see where we end up. Euro USD, again, let's just have a bit of a tidy up. So let's get rid of all of this and get rid of those. almost identical, as you can see. Oh, I'll tell you what we didn't do. Previous day is bull. Oh no, we did. And we are in a bullish range as well. So it's all very bullish on the 4 hour, which means we should really be trading at bullish. Right, let's have a look at this then. Let's see what we got here. So very similar story. Let's just take out these liquidities there. We don't need those anymore. Taking out that weekly level. That's dead weekly. Oh, sorry, dead monthly. So we're taking out that dead monthly, which is good. And then weekly, we've got set there. Let's mark that on. So that looks like an easy target for this week. This low here. That's our weekly. Obviously, we've got another weekly up here. Weekly was, of course, bearish. Daily was, of course, bearish. And 4 hour is bearish. Okay, so we've got all our time frames lined up, which is good. And we just need to pull back now, potentially into one of these areas, so we can take a trade. Let's mark on our most recent daily. In terms of where we're headed or where we could be heading, we've got a weekly level down here, and we've got a daily level here, so that looks like a good target, to be fair. We've got another one there as well, so I'll just mark that on for now. We can update these as we go throughout the week. Confirmed range would be, technically that's not, it would be here to here, here to here. Sometimes when you haven't got, you know, kind of your really clear swing highs, sometimes if you just jump down, it can be a little bit, it makes a little bit more sense. Like that, whilst that is the range, this one does make more sense. That does make more sense from a, you know, just from a psychological point of view. And you know, a lot of trading is psychology. A lot of trading is looking for areas where the masses will have put their targets and will have left their liquidity. Also inefficient as well. So in this current leg of price, our efficient level is just here. So that's our EPA level. Yeah, that's our EPA level. Yeah, so if we can get a pullback into these more premium prices, then you know it's hopefully just a case of just selling back down. So we really need to see some sort of manipulation, ideally, or some sort of structure coming into the marketplace. Those would be my two kind of go-to setups for today. I don't like the fact that our liquidity is sat here. So we've got liquidity sat there, and we've got liquidity sat here, of course. That's interesting. So liquidity sat here below Asia. Yeah, it does look like the bearish push might be the one. I certainly wouldn't be taking it. Not only is it Monday, but there's no liquidity taken on either side for me. You've got a little bit of trendline liquidity which has been taken there, but we're talking about, like, you know, tiny areas here. So you've got a few areas that we want to see ultimately manipulated before we could even consider a trade. The tight range in here, I'm not a huge fan of, and the extreme range is down here. The sell from here, I don't like, not on a Monday. The buy from here, potentially. So let's just set some alerts. Yeah, let's set some alerts, and we can obviously see what happens from there. Morning, Lewis. How are you, pal? Good. Yeah, good, thank you. I'm just gonna say again. Good man. Well, we're here every day, so jump in whenever you can. It's always good to have people on. There you go. There you go. No, no. So it's just my confidence in my dollar. So basically, what we do with it, it goes on the charts, and it gives me a kind of a clear understanding of if for example, let's say Euro USD had come down and swept liquidity, right, like that. Okay, and given us a liquidity sweep, but the dollar had done that and hadn't given us a liquidity sweep, then for me, I'd be waiting until that liquidity sweep happens, because this is so an index is like what's called a basket. So it's a collection of various dollar, the opposing side of a dollar pair. So it's the USD from Euro USD, it's the USD from USD JPY, it's the USD from AUD USD. It's what's called the dollar basket. So it's a collection of all the dollars. So basically, it's raw dollar price. That's kind of the best way to look at it. Yeah, so I do use it for divergences. Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things I'll use it for. And yeah, one of the things I use it for divergence, and also just making sure that it's lining up. Basically, I need both of them to line up before it's a valid trade. Yeah. That reminded me about something actually that did, Lewis. It reminded me about something. Right, let's have a look at our fringe pairs. Let's get those updated. Okay. Oh, hang on. Need to put the weekly open on as well, don't we? If you guys have any questions as well in these sessions, any at all, just make sure you fire them out to me, because otherwise it will just be me sat talking to myself. So any questions as I'm going through the charts or anything, just shout them out. We can go through them. Right, here's last week's. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. right, monthly levels are still intact at the moment. Weekly, obviously a bullish week. Bullish week. And we've just actually taken last week's weekly high as well, which is interesting. Weekly, let's mark that one on. Dead weekly. Daily, obviously bullish day as well. Very bullish markets. Nice. Oh shit. Nice 4-hour range here as well. Nice 4-hour range. Yeah, good. So yeah, we've taken out that weekly already. That's our daily level, our live daily. So we've got nice pools of liquidity down here. In terms of where our liquidity will be sat as well, that'll be a lot above that monthly level. Range is inefficient, so you know we could buy from here. It's just very high, isn't it? It's very high on a Monday, and actually showing bearish structure on the lower time frame as well. Similar to the DXY. It's really high. I think this is probably very similar to USD JPY right now, yeah. So all three of those are very similar. So basically what happens on the DXY is probably going to happen on UJ, what happens on UJ is probably going to happen on GJ. And probably the Euro GBP is high as well. Interesting. So that's showing strength on the pound. Oh no, that's why, isn't it? Because it's showing strength on the pound is shown as stronger against the euro, which is why that's high and that's high. So both, yeah, that makes sense now. That does make sense. I still think that's probably going to push higher. Yeah, that's probably going to push higher still. Which then might give us a bit of a pullback on here. Nothing really great. I mean, it's a classic Monday morning. This, you know, we've been quite blessed with Mondays where they've been really good. But this looks nice and consolidative, which is what we kind of want. What we kind of want, really. Just be back a quick minute, guys. Morning, guys.
Good morning.
How you doing? Okay.
All good, mate. You okay?
Yeah. Don't think we got much this morning. I've got the I've uploaded the dollar analysis in the chat, so that's there. So you can go back and have a look at it, but everything's just a little bit stuck at the moment. We'll see what 8 o'clock does. Let's have a look at Germany 40. So that was the kind of the paper trade that I was looking at end of Friday. I didn't actually take this, but that's how I would have taken it. As you can see, it's held quite nicely. Oh, I thought we haven't done. It was our weekly open. On here. On that one as well.
Nice easy sweet corn jam and body.
Yeah. Yeah, you're all right. You are right. Let's tidy up the chart a bit and let's see what we got. That's an EPA level, isn't it? Yeah. Right. A bit of a naff weekly candle on Germany 40. So we've had a pullback. We've rebalanced the structure. And then we are climbing now again. That was our weekly from last week. Big old bullish candle as well. Do you not be into that, Sam? If it wasn't Monday, just feel like trading from the danger zone. If you look at that as our range, yeah. If you look at that as our range, trading from the danger zone on a Monday. I'm not in a huge rush to do, but it has been a nice sweep, to be fair.
Open that little internal high to the left of it as well, isn't it? That sweet projection out.
Yeah. So we'll be looking at that, wouldn't we? That there. First target will be up here. It's a risk for a Monday. Should we take it? Should we take it? Let's have a look. What have we got up to EP8? 425. Yeah, wait. Let's get in on that. 27.
Back to your idea on Friday as well, isn't it?
Yeah. What we've got here? 276. 0.17. Oh, hang on.
Oh dear.
Good. Fucking hell, good job we didn't take that then. No, I didn't take it. Whether or not.
German falling normally has a dodgy candle about 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let this settle down.
Don't forget the whole of Europe pretty much just open by then.
Yeah. I was literally a second away from an instant loss then. Let's see what we got on the news today as well. Nothing that's good. What have we got in general this week? Oh, God, is it FOMC already? Again? Say again?
Oh, it's not, is it? Okay,
9th of October. I swear, hang on. No, it's not. It's next month. Oh, so it's it'd be our course meeting minutes. We still don't really want to be trading then, but I just want to be just no holding on Wednesday overnight, basically. Got CPI, so we've got interest rates on Thursday. Sorry, inflation on Thursday, and then unemployment on Thursday as well. And then PPI on Friday. So it's going to be a busy end of the week. Thursday, Friday will hopefully be good. Right, let's see what this is saying. Yeah, I'm going to wait for some structure to come in, I think. Possibly if we can get a sweeper there. Have a look at where we're likely to have liquidity right now. Yeah, so we're just taking out all this liquidity on all of these lows, look. So we've got, these guys would have moved up, these guys would have moved up, all of these lows would have moved up as well. Yeah, so this is our little pocket. So if we draw on our fixed range tool there, I've noticed this not working from time to time. Has anyone else noticed the fixed range? Does anyone else use the fixed range tool? Ever? Certain things it just doesn't work on. I think it's where it just doesn't have the data. But look, long story short, liquidity is definitely around here. So let's see if we can get a reaction from that. See if we can get maybe some liquidity clearance there, like this. And then we can get some structure, some bullish structure coming in. Then we could have something to take a trade off. All in all, pretty boring Monday open, eh? Of course, the flip side is that we've just come up and grabbed some liquidity from out of here. to then shoot the market down. But I like that option a little bit less, I'll be honest. Excuse me. Yeah, I like that option less for sure. Got good enough liquidity to get a reverse on that here. And we've taken a 15-minute level as well. I'd like to see more of a reaction from these levels though, that's the only thing. Yeah, dollar's certainly not wanting to move, is it?
Morning, chat.
Morning, dude.
Yeah, right.
How are you, pal?
I'm not bad. I just want that fixed volume thing doesn't work on Forex.com because they don't have volume data.
Ah, there you go.
So if you go on, I think Pepstone on that German 40 works. I'm sure there's another broker. I used to
Interesting.
have the same problem on EU using Forex.com. So I switched to a winder for that. Not that I use it very often.
No. There you go. Yeah, so as expected, that's this is the middle section. This is where we're expecting reversals from. Ultimately, we just need a bit of a. I mean, we could take a risk entry here, but it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. You'd be entering like this, like that, like that. Decent potential, but I'd rather just wait for a bit of a setup. See if we can get a bit of a reversal. Like an MSU now would be perfect. What do you want? What are you coming here for? There's nothing up here, mate. Oh, you guys can't see the camera, can you?
No.
No. Unfortunately, I can't switch it on. I'll show my massive dog, who used to be a puppy but is now massive.
What is that? What breed?
She's a Samoyed.
I've never heard of that before.
It's like a big white fluffy husky.
I've seen that one on Instagram, right? Look like a puppy.
Yes, that one. Yeah, she's not a puppy anymore. Come on then. Oh, one of these. Good girl. That's all you're in. Back off. Doesn't give me like the feels of bullish price action right now. Don't really like that big, thick, impulsive candle either. GJ's doing nothing. EU's done nothing. DXY's doing nothing. GU's doing nothing. Euro GBP's doing not much. UJ's doing nothing. Gold's just being gold.
I think I'll wait for the 19080 level. I'm doing it like
19080. Yeah, potentially.
on the 1 hour, there's a little bit of imbalance there. On these times,
Yeah.
it looks to clean an area.
Have you had a look at your NCD?
No.
Something going on there.
Sure. What's going on there then?
Just noticed we've got a sweep of Asia high and we're starting to get a bit of a breakdown. Just for 1 minute. MSU on the 1 minute. Bearish.
It's counter trend though. Personally for me that would be a risky option. I think if this was on the bearish side, sorry, on the sell side, then I'd definitely be into that. I think because you're asking for it to reverse on itself. This is very similar to those Euro USD trades last week where we were seeing the sweeps ISC, MSU and expecting it to go higher, and it just hasn't. It's always just a risk. Just be cautious of that. I think when you get moves like this in line with momentum, then they're really good trades. So, you have one down here. Asia gives you the ISC, MSU. You can obviously trust that it's probably going to climb higher. Yeah. When it's counter trend, for me anyway, what I'm waiting for is, if I am counter trend, I need my initial pullback, okay? But that usually is just an external sweep to go higher. For me to then assume that we're going to go short, I need that second push. And then I can look for the ISC MSU setup up here. And then I can trade it, because now I have had my first break and I've had my second break. Okay, and then this here is just your liquidity taken, and you can take a short from up here. Okay, and then you've got a target down there as well. So that's where kind of that patience comes in, just trying not to maybe force trades when they're not completely there. You're right, the setup is there, the ISC MSU is there. It's just in the wrong direction at the moment. For this chart anyway, for this chart.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You have, however, had an external sweep, and this is the thing, right? So what happens a lot of the time with us as traders is we see this, and we're like, right, we've swept an external level. Therefore, our assumption is that we're going to go short. That's where the problems come in, is making those assumptions. Because you are right that that is an area that we could go short from, but this is a sweep of, say, a 4-hour range. So absolutely, this is an area where we could go short from. We could, however, go short from here as well. And we don't know that yet. So the reason why I use 4-hour ranges, and I'd recommend that you guys do as well, is because by the time you've had the sweep on the 4-hour range, you can then jump down to your 15-minute time frame and then wait for your 15-minute to join you, basically. And think of it this way: if you do get a reversal here, let's say it does sweep that high to the left and then give you a reversal setup like that, okay, and then you get your second break. Think about how many more opportunities that you're probably going to have on the way down to get in when the market is in your direction. So you might not catch this one, but you probably catch that one.
Yeah.
And you could swing it if you want, and that one, and that one, and that one. So you have, and we just use that price action to the left as a perfect example. Your reversal, so you had your false breaker structure here, there. Then you had your trap. Okay, you didn't actually get a true breaker structure until pretty late on this one, but if you were expecting a reversal from here, you could have traded the complex reversal, so you could have got in here. So if you were going to be trading this, you would need that initial break first, okay, and then you could trade maybe the trap of the complex reversal. So that would be a valid entry up there, okay, because you've then had false breaker structure, trap sweep, and then that would be a valid entry. It's a risky entry, but that would be a valid entry. What ideally you want is you want to wait for that second entry, and then you can get in, let's say, it's not the greatest price action, but let's say you caught this little section out of London, okay, that would then be your next entry, okay, you get your position out of there. So rather than trying to catch this reversal, because you don't know that that's a reversal until it's actually reversed. Another good example is here. Look at that. Liquidity was swept. How many people do you think would have been buying from here? Or at least expecting a buy from there? Look at that reaction. That's exactly why that reaction's happened. It's because people will have lumped in buy orders. But that first push is just literally that. It's just a first breaker structure. And what we should actually be doing with those is we should be selling them. Because that first breaker structure, in the first instance, before you've had any other confirmation, that first breaker structure is just a liquidity sweep. It's just a complex pullback. It's just an external level being taken. So once the external level's been taken, we can sell into what would probably be an SMT trap, okay, smart money trap. So we can trade into that absolutely all day long. And then if we are wrong, we still take our profit out here anyway, don't we? And if we are wrong, we just get that set up and then we can start buying from it. Okay.
Thanks for the clarity.
That's all right. That's what I'm here for. But yeah, I think I understand why you would look at a trade from there, but if you just look at the structure as a whole and where liquidity is likely to be sat right now, if we just use the 15-minute, liquidity is likely to be sat above here and above here, okay, with a lot more down here because we're currently bullish. So if you were to consider a trade, the Asia range wouldn't be somewhere that I'd be considering it from. I'd be taking it from the 15-minute high if you wanted it, but I wouldn't personally be selling that because there's nothing in there that indicates to me that we're going bearish. You've not had even the first breaker structure yet. So your first breaker structure would need to come off this low here. That would be where your first breaker structure is. If you did have that first breaker structure, that will set up a trap. Then you can wait for your MSU setup to take you out there, okay, and that would effectively be your trap like that, okay. And you could then sell that. That would be a valid but a risky trade, okay. What was always safer is waiting for that second breaker structure. But the reason why it's valid is because you're at an external level here, so that makes sense in the context of what the market is currently doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Follow the trend.
That's it. Yeah. Well, follow the momentum.
Yeah. Perfect.
Similar to this, which is why I'm done with that now. I'm not trading that. Might get a pullback into somewhere deeper. What have we done here? So we've taken that liquidity above those highs. We've now started pushing bearish. We have been pretty bearish. We then had a big move up. Oh, Euro USD's doing something. Yeah, pretty boring Monday. Euro USD has taken out the Asia low. Same story though. Nothing in here indicates to me we're bullish. Exactly the same as, you know, the buy options that we were considering on Wednesday and Thursday last week. I got a little bit of profit out of there, but really the trade was a sell. I missed that one, as you know, but again, very clearly that trade was a sell. Liquidity sweep, breakdown. Liquidity sweep, breakdown. Liquidity sweep, breakdown. So, you know, momentum is considerably bullish on these pairs. If we had had a move up like that, then we could have taken it, but we didn't, so we can't. GJ could give us something. If we do get some sort of structure like that, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, Germany 40 is off on one. It's just off on one. Sam, your zone's gone as well, mate.
Yeah, I'll come back to that tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, Euro USD. If we could get, I've got an alert set. Oh no, actually I haven't. Sorry, I've got an alert now set. Say again? Yeah, it is. Yeah. GU's coming down. It's a mess. This is. Let me just tell you that.
The Fed putting off the rate cut really has.
Say again.
Some strength into the dollar, hasn't it?
What's that?
The Fed putting off the rate cut, another rate cut, really put some strength into the dollar.
Yeah. Yeah, massive. Massive. And you know, it could mean that we're bullish for the rest of this week. Could mean that this stays inefficient now, but we'll have to wait and see, obviously. Yeah, sadly, lads, I don't think we're going to get anything this morning. I'll obviously keep you updated as we go. But right now, there's nothing on here that attracts me. I'm not going to be buying from here. I won't be buying from here. If we do get down to some, excuse me, these lower prices, then I could consider it. But, you know, on a Monday, we're not going to be forcing trades. We've got no general direction. When we've got setups like this on a Wednesday and a Thursday and a Friday, we can take them because, you know, they're the days of the week that we're expecting continuations from. When we're on a Monday, obviously, you know, just based upon our classic market cycles, we're waiting for accumulation, manipulation, distribution, aren't we? So, you know, this could be accumulation. We could then have our manipulation down here and our distribution for the rest of the week up there. So, you know, we just need to wait and see. Mondays aren't really days that we want to be rushing into anything particularly soon. Wait for that weekly cycle to show its hand. Wait for key liquidity levels to be taken. You know, on a Monday, an Asia level isn't particularly a key liquidity level. You want to be looking at your higher time frames and seeing where your external levels are, and ideally waiting for those to be swept before we take any trades. You know, which is why if we get that weekly level down there, that could be an option. Germany 40, again, we've got a weekly level down here below. That could be an option to look for trades from. But yeah, certainly right now, doesn't look like anything that I'm going to be trading this morning. All right. So we'll jump on tomorrow, same sort of time, at 7:15ish, 7 o'clock, 7:15. And I'll be on the chat during the day as well. Any questions, guys, just reach out to me, all right?
Thank you.
Cool. Cheers. See you later. Bye.